be me, Ryan, shift supervisor at regional airline call center in anonymous office park near Industrial Highway. Office is big room full of cheap desks, headsets, blinking cue screen, smells like coffee and stress. We handle rebooking, delays, angry people stuck in random airports at 3 in the morning. Crew is mix of college kids, single moms, retired folks on second career, equal chaos across genders. Old HR manager was Ms. Carter, older lady who only cared about hours, benefits, and nobody screaming or bleeding. One Friday, she announces retirement to go live near grandkids. We clap, eat cupcakes, and forget HR exists for week. Following Monday inbox pings with subject, announcing our new director of people safety. Capitalization already feels like red flag. Open email, see picture of woman early 30s, sharp bob haircut, nose ring, blazer over hoodie, eyes that say, I moderate group chats for fun. Bio says she specializes in feminist safety frameworks and protecting women from hidden violence in customer service environments. Guy from night shift whistles, mutters, what hidden violence? The worst we have is hold music, goes back to transferring calls. Next day, she appears in person. Name tag says Janelle. People safety, carries notebook like weapon, district manager trailing behind her. She walks the floor, doesn't look at cue times or training schedule, just watches who sits near whom and who laughs too loud. Stops behind my chair while I help new hire Chloe with angry passenger who missed connection because they went to wrong gate. I mute call, explain refund rules, show Chloe which button to hit. Janelle scribbles in notebook like I confessed hate crime. After tour, she calls quick huddle, thanks us for emotional labor, says she'll be sending out small changes to keep women safe from male pressure. Everyone looks at each other because only pressure right now is 300 people on hold listening to saxophone loop. Week later, first policy email lands. Subject, Phase 1, ending solo male contact with women in distress. Rule 1 says male agents may not take calls from women traveling alone unless a woman co-worker is also on the line as emotional witness. Explains that men have historically controlled travel decisions for women. Calls are scripts, leftover patriarchy. If woman caller is flagged as traveling solo in profile, male agent must either transfer to woman agent or conference one in before proceeding. We are already short on staff. Half team on any given shift is guys. Other half is juggling language skills and seniority. First day new rule goes live. System pops red banner on my screen. Solo female passenger, witness required. Caller is young woman stuck overnight in strange airport because weather nuked flights. She just wants hotel voucher and new flight. Normally, I would handle in 5 minutes. Now I have to shout over Cube Farm, asking for free woman agent not already drowning in calls. Most say, in queue, on hold with supervisor, bathroom. Janelle appears from nowhere, asking why I haven't transferred yet. Explain there is literally no free woman at that second. She tells me to apologize to caller for delay and validate her fear of male voices deciding her fate. I unmute, tell caller we are ensuring additional support. She just says, "Can you please just book my damn flight? I don't care who you are." Finally, Chloe frees up. I add her to call. She awkwardly says hello, then listens while I do all actual steps. After call Janelle, thanks Chloe for being emotional buffer, tells me next time I should step back more so woman can lead solution. Remind her Chloe is still trainee who doesn't know override codes. Janelle says that's logistics, not feeling of safety. Within week, red banners are everywhere. Guys keep getting stuck waiting for woman witness, while queue number climbs like plane taking off. Women agents get slammed with constant join as witness pings, even when they try to handle their own calls. One night, I see Chloe with headset halfway off, 3 calls on hold, tears in corners of eyes. She whispers, "I can't be everybody's therapist." Next email from Janelle announces Phase 2, Sanctuary Seating and Gaze Boundaries. She decides first 3 rows of desks near window will be sanctuary zone for women and non-men. Men must sit in back half of room. Says being near windows with natural light and exit doors makes women feel safer. Men can support quietly from shadows. Guys get shoved next to bathroom and noisy printer. Supervisors now sit so far back, it's like trying to coach soccer from parking lot. New rule says when male supervisor like me needs to coach woman agent, we must kneel beside them and avoid direct eye contact for more than 3 seconds. Apparently, looking straight at woman while giving feedback is predatory gaze posture. We should instead soft focus at neutral point on wall. Try it first time with veteran agent Sandra. Crouch beside her, stare mildly past her shoulder while explaining new delay script. She stops me mid-sentence, says, "Ryan, why are you looking at that fire extinguisher like it owes you money? Just talk to me like human." We both end up laughing until we notice Janelle watching from doorway, writing furiously. Few days later, I get email titled Coaching Note. Says I mocked safety posture guidelines. Warns my tone could undermine women's trust in process. Phase 3 hits a month later, biggest storm of stupid yet, called Echo Partner Protocol for Boundary Enforcement. New rule: if male agent has to tell woman caller no about anything, he must have woman teammate repeat same answer after him. Janelle says, women hear no from men as control, from women as solidarity. Decides we will literally be ecosystem. Now, whenever Guy says, "I'm sorry, I can't waive this fee," we have to conference an available woman to repeat, "He's right, we can't waive this fee." System trains us to press new button labeled Echo, which rings all women agents with obnoxious chime until somebody picks up. Women are furious. They already exhausted. Now they get dragged into dozens of calls just to be human rubber stamp. Caller experience tanks. Half of them think we are scamming them or playing weird prank. Survey comments start mentioning cult vibes. Through all of this, Janelle keeps sending long emails about reduced invisible violence metrics without showing any actual numbers. Morale sinks, queue times climb, but headquarters loves her pretty PowerPoints with pink charts showing women's voices amplified. Things reach boiling point in July when massive thunderstorm system drapes itself over half the country like wet blanket. Our airline runs mostly cheap regional flights, which means any weather blip turns into cascade of missed connections and overnight strandings. On worst night, over 50 flights get canceled in 3 hours. Thousands of passengers suddenly need rebooking, hotels, meal vouchers. In call center, our queue screen goes from healthy yellow to solid red brick. Hold times jump from 5 minutes to more than an hour. Manager on duty Nate tells Janelle we have to suspend Echo and witness rules just to keep up. She says, moments of crisis are where patriarchy sneaks back in. She sends all hands message reminding us women callers in distress are at highest risk of male overreach. Policies remain non-negotiable. I put on headset, take call from older woman stuck with 2 grandchildren in connecting airport. Last flight of night just got canceled. Banner flashes red. Solo female passenger, need woman witness before I can even ask which airport she is in. I shout for help. Everyone is already drowning. Only free woman in room is Janelle herself, who refuses to touch booking system because I'm not trained in your oppressive tools. 15 minutes pass, caller still on hold hearing, "Your call is important." Kids crying in background. I finally break, ignore banner, handle rebooking myself. While I'm giving her new flight time, Janelle storms up behind me, yanks my spare headset jack, demands to know if there is woman witness online. Mute call, say no. She tells me to put caller back on hold and find one, or she'll file safety incident report on me. Something snaps. I unmute instead. Ask caller politely if she is okay being helped by male agent alone if I get her on flight now. She says, "Son, if you can get me home, I don't care if you're a purple lizard." I say, "Thank you." Finish booking, hang up before Janelle can stop me. Next morning, I have formal HR meeting, Janelle and remote corporate HR lady on screen. Meeting title, Pattern of Safety Violations. Janelle accuses me of overriding feminist protocols and making unilateral decisions affecting women in crisis. Corporate lady mostly listens, asks how many calls we had in queue last night. Janelle answers vaguely, says the team handled it. I mention number from wall screen, mention hold times over an hour, mention we were forced to add echo partners to refusal calls even when lines burning. Corporate HR eyes narrow slightly. She asks Janelle if any metrics show improved customer satisfaction from these protocols. Janelle says, "We are in qualitative phase," changes subject back to my resistance to culture work. I leave with written warning, told another incident will cost me supervisor title, decide my best move is shut up and silently document everything. Over next few weeks, I quietly save copies of emails where Janelle pressures women to describe calls as unsafe so she can justify more policies. One message to Chloe says, "If you felt even slightly uncomfortable, that counts as unsafe. Don't minimize male behavior." Chloe tells me real discomfort is being pulled into random calls for echo duty while her own queue explodes. Separately, some women start sending complaints directly to anonymous corporate survey about being used as props and performing safety instead of doing job. No idea if anyone up top reads them until late August, when rumor spreads that CEO himself will visit our center. Apparently, airline got roasted on local news segment after stranded passengers posted videos of being stuck on hold with weird echo voices. Day of visit, we scrub office, hide broken chairs, fix posters, everyone told to smile and pretend they sleep 8 hours. CEO arrives with small entourage, including serious-looking woman in blazer, introduced as head of operations, and another guy from legal. They do quick tour, shake some hands, then ask to see real live calls in action. Janelle lights up, says, "I'd love to demonstrate our safety protocols." She has unlucky guy named Marco log in to take call on big speaker so they can hear. Red solo female banner appears almost immediately. Caller is furious woman who missed morning flight due to airline schedule change, has been on hold 50 minutes, now wants refund and hotel. Janelle whispers, "Perfect example," makes big gesture at screen. whispers for Marco to follow echo protocol exactly as written. Marco asks caller to hold while he invites support partner, hits echo button. Half women's headsets chime, most already mid-call. Finally, Sandra sighs and joins. Marco explains policy to caller like script says. For your safety, a woman colleague will join us on the line. Caller snaps, my safety would be you answering the phone an hour ago. CEO's eyebrows go up. Legal guy starts taking notes. Marco tries to explain refund rules. Caller doesn't like answer. Demands supervisor. Janelle steps closer, nodding proudly as Sandra softly repeats, yes, that is correct. Call ends badly. Woman threatens lawyer. Survey will probably look like crime scene. Janelle still beams like star of school play. Operations head asks politely, how many seconds longer does each call take with this protocol? Janelle shrugs, says, time is a patriarchy metric. Pretty sure something inside operations lady dies when she hears that. After group leaves floor, they hold debrief in conference room. We assume nothing will change because nothing ever does. 2 days later, we all get invite to mandatory town hall, both in person and video. Subject, contact center practices review. We sit packed in training room. Others at home join on cheap tablets. CEO and operations head on big screen at front. Janelle sits in fold-out chair near stage, posture proud, notebook ready, like she's about to get award. CEO thanks us for hard work during difficult summer, says they've been reviewing call data, complaints, and recent policies. Then operations head starts showing slides, not Janelle's pink charts, but simple graphs of hold times, call lengths, abandoned calls. One slide shows sharp jump-starting exactly week Phase 1 launched. Another shows spike every day during Women Witness protocol hours. Another slide shows edited transcript of Storm Night call, where woman begged, I don't care who helps me, just help me, contrasted with Janelle's safety incident report about me. There's line highlighted in report stating, agent prioritized logistics over feminist safety commitments. Room shifts uncomfortably. Operations head says, our customers do not call us for feminist safety frameworks. They call us because they are stranded and scared. Then she invites some agents who filled surveys to speak. Surprisingly, first is Sandra, who usually stays quiet and eats lunch alone. Sandra says she feels safer when she has enough staff and working computers, not when some stranger listens in to call to validate her feelings. She says Echo Protocol makes her feel like puppet, not professional, and she never asked for sanctuary zone, just decent chairs. Another woman, single mom named Latasha from Night Shift, says Janelle tried to convince her to describe every annoyed male caller as threatening on surveys. Latasha says, a dude being grumpy because he slept on floor is not violence, it's just Tuesday. Room laughs quietly. Janelle looks like someone unplugged her. Then CEO plays short audio clip from another center Janelle rolled this out in, where overwhelmed woman agent whispers off mic, I can't keep doing double calls just because I have a uterus. Legal guy steps up, says some of these practices may violate labor rules by forcing only women to take emotional burden of extra calls. Also says sanctuary seating could be seen as discrimination in promotion opportunities because supervisors now sit mostly near women. Finally, CEO turns to Janelle, asks if she wants to say anything before they announce changes. She launches into speech about backlash and fragile masculinity, accidentally also implying women who spoke up are brainwashed by patriarchy. Sandra crosses arms, stares. Latasha shakes head. Operations head raises one eyebrow like teacher waiting for kid to finish line. CEO cuts her off gently but firmly, says, "Our duty is to passengers and employees, not to experiments that make both miserable." Announces effective immediately. Witness and echo protocols are gone. Seating is open again. Coaching will be done by whoever trained you best. Adds they will implement real safety measures like better security in parking lot and panic buttons under desks, not theatrical ones. Then he says, "And Janelle will be leaving the company today. We thank her for her ideas and wish her well elsewhere." Room goes silent for a second. Then you hear someone mutter, "Amen," into their coffee. Few people clap once, then awkwardly stop. Janelle stands up like she might argue, looks around, and realizes not a single woman in room is on her side, grabs notebook, and walks out. Later that afternoon, her inspirational posters come down from walls. "Believe women always," replaced by boring evacuation maps. Sanctuary zone sign tossed into supply closet. Someone writes, "No gods, no masters, just phones," on whiteboard where her charts used to live. Next week feels weirdly light, like someone turned gravity down one notch. Calls still rough, but at least we are allowed to just handle them. Chloe tells me she slept full night for first time in weeks because she didn't dream about echo chimes anymore. Sandra says she likes being asked technical questions instead of dragged into calls to say, "He's right." I keep my supervisor title. Warning quietly removed. Corporate HR lady sends short note saying, "Thank you for advocating for passengers, even under pressure." Few months later, another storm snarls flights. Queue lights up. We roll up our sleeves and grind through calls normally. No banners about solo women, no witness pings, just tired voices on both ends trying to solve problems fast. Around 3 in the morning, I take call from woman stuck with her kids again. Get her hotel, meal vouchers, rebooked flight in 10 minutes. She says, "Thank you, sweetie. I know it's not your fault." I almost instinctively look around for Janelle before letting myself laugh. Hang up, stretch aching back, glance at empty corner where sanctuary sign used to hang. Realize building feels safer now, not because we added more rules, but because we finally took one very loud person out of it.